what I love is language and words, and I'm not so much about, small sayings and quips, which do work well for what I've been doing, but there's a limit. Another key part of the work transition was about stopping to think about words and thinking about letters. So I'm not thinking about making words on the canvas, I'm just thinking about a bunch of letters that actually happen to make a word. Going back to the pandemic and stuff, letters have had so much responsibility, especially in the recent years, to communicate important messages, to communicate clearly. They just want to have fun sometimes. They don't always want to have so much pressure, and what happens if letters have their own lives and their own feelings about it. And sure, they don't mind going to work. They'll always be doing their thing. We have a huge purpose for them. But what about on their day off? What are they going to be doing? And this idea of the letters falling and crumbling really, for me, feels a lot like information in the modern age too. It's like the whole world has gone mad. Like these letters can't take the pressure of having to communicate all this stuff. They're just falling apart. It's just like going everywhere. The messages in the paintings for this show are things like, the last thing I cooked wasn't that great, or I can't stop laughing, or, I like the one with the dog. It's not messages like the 4 and 5 letter kind of clever sayings. It's almost like bits of conversation that have been picked up over radar, like a glitch in the kind of world where we're getting information through that really is not interesting, it's banal. It's like, oh, I like the one with the dog, or nobody knew, but I was having the time of my life. And it's like, trying to make stuff that says things a bit more fun, I think. That you can have an experience looking at it and then find out what it says, and it has another kind of angle to it. The other important aspect of this new work for me was to take it back to ground zero again. And me talking about letters being stripped back to their basic shape. I wanted to build a foundation that I can then go again from, because my work is always about developing and evolving, and I felt like I'd got to the end of a really long evolution point, starting with graffiti and ending up in a gallery. And I'd taken one sort of style that whole way, but it really needed to mature and develop after that. So this is like ground zero again for me.